Okay, at this time we're going to be taking a look at our counting, and our counting is going to be focusing now on applying ties. Now what a tie does, it's a line that connects two notes that will sit on the same line. You have to add up that value and hold down that note right through the count. Okay, so this is rather difficult because there'll be a lot of situations where in this particular piece that I have I'm going to play for you, that the left hand will go in while the tie is being held, so you have to keep the counting and keep everything. It's just a way to show you the note is being held down through a particular number of beats. Now what you're going to see here is between beats 2 and 3 there is a quarter note and a quarter note. Both quarters tied together equal a half note. You're probably saying, well, why couldn't they just put a half note there? What you like to have when you're looking at music is a divisible even line right in the middle of the bar. So in a case like that, you see in the first bar here where we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It has all quarter notes, but it essentially was a quarter to a half to a quarter. The half note doesn't really come, you don't have a halfway point in that bar to see. Whereas if you have 4 quarters, you can clearly put an imaginary line down the middle of that bar. You see what I'm saying? So what you're doing is by adding the values of the 2 quarters, it really gives you a halfway point in the bar, which is great. So it's a lot easier to see the music and feel the time moving rather than have a quarter to a half to a quarter. Okay, do you follow what I'm saying? It's like you really want to be able to see the halfway points in the bars very clearly, and you don't see the halfway point if you stick a half note on beats 2 and 3 because it's riding across the halfway point with a note, okay, that's holding. So let's get right on this now, and you'll see how when I hold the note in the right hand on these ties, that the left hand is still coming in. On all the cases here, they're coming in on beat 1 and beat 3. Okay, so in, like for example on the second bar here, you see the E, 1, 2 to the A, 3, 4. That A is coming in on beat 3. Okay, so because they're evenly spaced, and unless otherwise specified, if that A minor was to move way over the beat 4 section of the bar, then you would put it in on beat 4. But in most cases, you'll see the stuff written, it'll be evenly spaced, where the chords will come in on beat 1 and 3, unless otherwise displayed. Okay, so let's take a look at this count and ties. It's a really, it's kind of an advanced viewing of counting now, because when you start tying notes, it makes things a little bit more complex, but not really. You know, you're just adding values. Okay, okay, let's take a look. So we're going to start off. First of all, I have the left hand. Even though you'll see chord symbols here, like C6, which could be applied with our 1/7s. You know, you could. Right now, to make it simplified so we can really focus in on the right hand, play just single letters of the chords in the left hand. Now you'll see also here fingering displayed on these melody notes. The fingering is there to help you out. Like, if we're starting off on the second finger here, because I know we're coming up to an A here, which is setting us up for the 5th finger. So if I started here, I would have to jump, whereas if you start here with the second finger, your finger's already ready for you. So the fingering here will assist you in a lot of cases. So try to adhere to it, but don't feel too bad if you can't, if you get thrown off a little bit from it. But let's start off right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that tie went down? 1, 2, 3 with the A minor. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. F goes down while that's still being tied. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the tricky fingering there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it tied. F1. Get it? Isn't that great? Very beautiful piece. So while you're counting and working on the tie aspect of music now, you're actually playing a piece that's really very pretty, and it's giving you the smooth connection on how the left hand is becoming somewhat independent, because by putting that left hand in while you're tying a note in the right hand, it really gives you a really neat feeling of how these ties work. I'm going to play it one more time through, moving along a little quicker now. Okay, watch this very, very carefully. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now go really slow here to start off, then you can work on the speed. Enjoy this counting with the ties.